figure is still a good figure. What part of that didn't you? This is Earthrise Scorponok, and that's a tub that has a bunch of my stuff in it. If you smell what the rock is Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with I Slip On My Slip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Crimson Wings DSO-1 Deformation Aircraft. Also, when you look it up, it'll be DS, which is Deformation Space. Crimson Wings, their take on an MP styled Starscream. And we'll look at the box first. When you get the box, it's so far every video I've seen, the box has been creased, it's been damaged a bit, but honestly, what you get inside is in perfect shape, so I don't mind so much. It's actually a really nice, whoops, moving my set around, stop moving my set around, box. Not, you know, it's got a nice design, it just doesn't really have, whoops, much to it. When you get the figure, he will be in robot mode, but slightly mistransformed. Not an issue. Usually I notice with my third-party figures, a lot of them come mistransformed for some reason. So even Fans Toys does it with their Quake Wave. So you get this insert, which has the null rays, obviously the robot, and some faces, and this nice little thing to cover the front of the robot, so when you're putting this down, it doesn't scratch it up. And of course, you get the instructions. Let's move that over there. So you get the instructions, and they're not too bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, there goes that weird thing that my camera does. These instructions are not for me, but it's not for me not because they're bad. Actually, they seem to be doing what they need to be doing. It's just that in my old age, my eyesight is going, so until I get glasses, it's going to be hard to decipher what's going on here. Thankfully, you can find many videos showing off the transformation. There's the Crimson Wings mistransformed again. So now let's where's the figure? Here he is. We'll go ahead and bring him out. So here he is. I decided to start in airplane mode. I'll be honest with you. I did cheat a little in that I did look up a video for the transformation, and I'll be honest with you, just following the video, this thing was nowhere near as nightmarish as everybody made it out to be. If I'm honest with you, I didn't have much of a problem with the transformation. Yeah, I didn't have that much of a problem with the transformation. Yeah, I was looking at a video, so that was helping out a little bit. And I think that would probably alleviate a lot of people's problems or issues with this figure, is if you're watching somebody who had already figured out the transformation doing it. But it's a very nice jet mode. Cleans up really nice. It's got some decent panel lining. It's got an opening cockpit. Let's see if I can get it to open. It can open. There we go. It does open. There's a little seat in there, and you could probably stick a Diaclone driver in there, which I do have, but unfortunately it's It's in a tub which is covered with a bunch of other tubs. And then I'm not gonna go and take it out. I'm just not doing that. So, but there is a little seat in there for a pilot. If you decide you want to do that, you can do that. Let's see. He's got transforming null rays that turn into these things. He has a few gaps in the bottom of him. Let's move my hand out the way. A few gaps on the bottom of him, but not anything too bad. It's actually a pretty decent plane mode. The only thing I have an issue with is this does not like to stay closed. So maybe if I... Nope, see, it doesn't like to stay closed. So, and it's only a little issue, to be honest with you, because for one, he's not going to be in this configuration that often, and two, when he is, he's going to have the wheels down because I don't have a flight stand for him. Is there even a place to plug a flight stand in? Not really. There isn't. But I'm pretty sure you can find a flight stand that will work with him. Let's get that wheel out. Get my little tool ready just in case I need a spudger type device, which I think I did need transforming him into this mode, if I'm honest with you. That I don't like. I don't like when you need a tool to change your toy or figure. I don't dig that. I don't think that should be a necessary thing. Now, if you want to make your figure look a little more G1 accurate, because he looks pretty good, I noticed something while I was watching a cartoon the other day. The wings on the Seekers never look like this. They never look like this. They're always... Hold on, let's see if I can do this. They're always like that. They always have a little crook. This is usually straight, but there's always a little crook sticking out like this. So, if you want G1 accuracy, what you should be doing is getting your hand out of the shot, is having the wings look like that. So we'll put the wings back regular though, so we can do a comparison with some of the other Seekers I have. I have the Make Toy Seekers right next to me, but he's in robot mode, and I'm not going to transform him to, I was going to say beast mode, to plane mode. I just had him in jet mode, and I didn't know when I was going to do this video, so I wanted him back in... I wanted a robot mode. I wanted this guy in his robot mode, but I'm not really looking to transform him too much, just because while it's not the worst transformation, it is pretty involved. So, anyway, here he is with the MP11 mold. Okay, MP11 mold. And his plane mode is definitely bigger. His plane mode is bigger. Between the two of them, I like him better in his plane mode, just because of the panel lining, and because he's painted. He's well, I don't know if this is paint or if this is just a matte plastic, but this looks great. And this plastic here is just flat gray, silver, swirly. I hate this plastic. I don't like this plastic. But, yeah. Let's see if I can get him. No. Let's see. Let's put him here. We'll put this guy. Let's fold your little tails up so we can get you in. Like so, and this way you can get an idea of the size difference. It's not a big size difference, but there is a bit of a size difference. They both look pretty good though. Again, I'm I didn't have a problem back in the day, but if you look, you can see the plastic is swirly gray plastic, silverish looking, but it doesn't look sharp. It looks soft. And whereas this guy, I like his plastic. I like the way he looks. I can't really tell how well it's coming out, but yeah, we'll get him out of the way, and we'll bring in the other MP figure I have, which is the original Mp Skywarp. And while I do like this figure in plane mode, if I was going to give it up for looking like an actual real plane, with the exception of maybe the colors, of course he's going to get it because he had all those extra bits to streamline the plane some. This is what he looks like from the underside. This is what he looks like from the underside. This one cleans up better than this one, but that said, they're both awesome figures. Yeah, I can't really complain too much about this guy. Actually, I'm not complaining at all. Well, okay, minor nitpick, that little thing here, but everybody has that issue. Is it a nice plane mode? So here we are in robot mode. Sorry for the jump cut. Well, I haven't transformed this guy a lot. That's number one. Number two, his transformation is a lot easier to do if you're not trying to reach across the camera. And number three, it is very involved and complex. I can't lie about that. But yeah, this guy is amazing. Like, look at this guy, man. This guy is amazing. Oh, before I forget, I will do a little bit of transformation. We're gonna transform his null rays, and they're not easy to transform. Well, when you have it the other way, it's not easy to transform because they clip in really solidly. Like the clips that hold, let's see if we can focus here. The clips that hold this piece together, it's really powerful. It's really powerful. So I don't like this. So I'm going to file these clips down a little bit because that's ridiculous. That is very ridiculous. Hold on. Alright, so these little clips here, right on the side, clip in down here, and it is too powerful, man. So what you're going to do is you're going to open this up like this, pull this out, rotate, close that back up like so, and you've got a null ray done. Now it is very tight fit here, very tight fit. I'm going to bring him closer to the camera just to make it easier for myself. Squeaky! Ooh, I don't like that. But again, since it is a tight fit, crap, I forgot I have another one to do. Now the other one actually was a lot easier, but here we go. Since it is a tight fit, it means they won't be going anywhere. He doesn't have a trigger so that you can use him as a gun. I guess you could kind of unclip this piece here and hold it down like this, and then he can use it as a rifle, as the Seekers were wont to do from time to time. So you can do that if you really want to. So we're just gonna put it back on his shoulder so we can do comparisons and all that other good stuff. Actually, first, before we do comparisons, let's do articulation. Okay, so he has a head that looks up looks a little down, 360, his little sides of his head squeeze in. These bits here can move for your preference. Let's see. We have wings that can go like this, and you can do as you wish, so you can angle them however you want to, if that is what you want to do. I personally like them to be flat. His arms go up and down at the shoulder, rotate 360 with a soft ratchet. There is a butterfly joint, and that is wonderful. There is 360 at the upper bicep, a double jointed arm bend. His wrists can rotate a 360, and there's also some wiggly waggly. His thumb is on a ball, and you get 2 points of articulation on the thumb. Each finger is individually articulated, and there are 2 joints that you can bend at if you would like to. Let's bring that up closer so you can see. So here and there. So you have that. Rotation at the waist, butterfly in both directions if you want to make him look like he's flying, although it kind of looks ugly if you bend it backwards. Hip skirts move, but they're very tight, and the back skirt does not move, I don't believe. Nope. So you get pretty much all the way forward, almost all, well, about that far back. There is a swivel at the thigh, double knee, his feet rock like this, and there is a rocker, but there's no pivot back and forth. Okay, so there's that. He comes with extra faces. As you can see, he's got the smiley face on. He has smirky face. Let's see if I can. Smirky face. And he comes with just a regular face that's not focusing. There we go. Just a regular face. And actually, in person, they look a lot better than they do on video for some reason. So we're gonna go ahead and show you how you. This is the face I prefer him with, but you just pull his face out and plug the new one in. There we go. I forgot to mention that you can, if you need to, pull his neck up. This way, if you need to get Megatron's fist around, you can kind of do it. Also, it lets him look down even further. But that aside, we're gonna kneel him down. Just oops. His crotch. His crotch thing just flew out. Where did it go? Really, probably should have been glued in. But yeah, I don't think anybody else has had this issue. Just leave it to me to do that. All I'm trying to do is getting him in a kneeling position. This way, I don't have to adjust my camera. So we can. Why did I do this? Oh, so we can look at the face. So it's a nice smirky face. I honestly like the other face better. I'm gonna pop that off right now and put his the face I had him with before on. Mr. Smiley Smiley. If I can get it on correctly. If you don't put it on straight when you're pushing it in, it won't be straight. So let's look at the head sculpt. His head sculpt is really nice. So we'll just get him back in his standing position. So we can do some comparisons. Give me a moment. I forgot to transform the other guys. Here he is with the, I was going to say the original, but the Masterpiece 1.5, we're going to call it. And yeah, everything is completely improved. The colors are improved. The proportions are improved. Everything, even the paint job, looks better on this guy as far as trying to be toon. As far as being a mix of both toon and realistic, I don't know if I'd give it to this guy, but he does a lot more things. He's got the booby missiles, which this guy doesn't have, but I am not mad at that. Let's turn him sideways so you can already see how much has been cleaned up. No tail fin sticking out whatsoever. Let's take a look at the back. And let's move these over some. As far as the backs are concerned, he cleans up way better than he does. So we're going to get him out. Let's go ahead and get him turned around. And let's get the Make Toys in. So the Make Toys, I'll be honest with you, the Make Toys loses by that much as far as between the two of them. The hands are better on this guy than this guy, but you know, these aren't bad hands. These are definitely an improvement over the original hands. Null rays are about equal. I just didn't change them back into null rays from the missiles. The original head is not a bad head. It's not a bad head, but he looks way better when you stick on one of the one of the upgrade heads. Give me a second. We're gonna go ahead and switch that out. Let's go ahead. Got faces there. What do we have here? We have, we'll go ahead and switch out the head. And we'll get the null rays fixed since we're already here. Go, and there we go. So, I mean, between the two of them, this guy is definitely my favorite. But I'll be honest with you, it's only by like that much, if I'm honest with you, with the new head on. The paint job on him, I think, looks a little bit better. I like the deeper reds, and I'm not gonna lie, the slight shine to them looks nice too. But overall, even though just stock he's good, but with the new head he's even better. I gotta say that this new guy here, the DS Crimson Wings, like from the side, the only real thing that's really off is the little wings that stick out. Even if you wrap them around and they're hardly visible, but still. And from the back, Well, from the back, the new guy wins it hands down. Just so much more cohesion. No butt flap. I mean, normally I don't care. I don't mind the butt flap. Doesn't bother me any, because you don't normally see it from the back. But this guy, his butt flap folds up. So yeah, and you don't see the plane bits, which, okay, you're supposed to be able to take this piece off if you want to and close it up to have a nicer looking back, but can't do that for some reason. On mine, this part does not come off. On everybody else's, it comes off if you look at it funny. This guy's little pointy bits are on the side here. His folds up like this, and that's a little not nice looking. I'll be honest, it doesn't look good. It does not. It's a necessary evil. I mean, considering that this came out a few years ago, this one just came out. It's not bad if, I was going to say, if you don't have the money to get this guy in the upgrade head, but to be honest with you, this guy, if you order him from, I ordered him from Shozi, and it took about a month to get to me. 3 weeks, a month. So, I mean, it was expected. It's coming all the way from China. But it was like $139 plus another $13 for the speedy delivery. You want to do airplane delivery. You don't want to do boat delivery, because boat shipping is just out of control nowadays. But he is just, the only downside is the transformation. Between all my figures, my masterpiece style figures, he is the hardest to transform. I will not lie. It's not a nightmare, but it has some issues. So it's not nearly as fun as it could be. It's not Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime crazy, but it's still something. It's still something. But I mean, most of us aren't going to have them in plane mode, even though the plane mode does look really good. And I'm tempted to get a second one just so I can have them in plane mode. One in plane mode and one in robot mode. So we'll go ahead and get this guy out of the shop, because this is not about him. This is about the big guy. And I just love him. I love him. He's so posable. Like, let's see if I can get him into one of my favorite poses. Normally I take the null rays off for this pose, because it's kind of redundant. But yeah, let's take the null rays off. I usually transform them into missiles and stick them on the back. But, like, look at that. Look how natural that looks. Like he's about to throw a Hadouken or a Kamehameha, depending on what you prefer. Like, he is very, very, very posable. Very posable. And I love that. I love how dynamic you can get his poses to be. I mean, I think you can get him into, let's see, let's try to do superhero pose. Yeah. There you go. Superhero landing. If that's what you prefer, you can do it. He's got a wide range. You know what? I should put him up next to, I should put him up with my Megatron, my DX9. I forgot what his name is now. Ow! That hurt. But I mean, he looks good. He looks good now. And I need somebody to make a more accurate Megatron. That's not the MP Megatron. I don't like the MP Megatron. Say what you will, but there's just too much going on there. No thank you. Keep them. Too many panels and stuff. Mitron, that's what my guy's called. Mitron. I mean, he doesn't look bad next to him. He just doesn't kind of fit the aesthetic because this guy's all shiny. At least he was all gray and a little smoother maybe, but yeah, let's get him out and then we'll get my Transform Element Optimus, which looks pretty good next to him because I mean it's plastic. It's not flat. It's not quite as the finish isn't quite as matte as the DS Starscream, and I'm hearing rumors that they're the same company. I don't know, nor do I care really. They want to branch out or whatever, that's fine. But I mean, look how nice that looks. Why are you zoomed in there? Look how nice that looks. And just Starscream and Optimus going for a little walk. So yeah, honestly, I wasn't sure that I wanted to get this guy. Then I ordered this guy, and while I was waiting, I was like, oh man, I think I made a mistake. You know, I should have just waited for like a more affordable MP Starscream, the new 2.0 one. But I'll be honest with you, I think this guy, honestly, for the most part, looks better than him. He doesn't come with as many accessories. That's fine with me because his price tag was really, what do you call it? Really, what is the word I'm looking for? Reasonable. Yeah, some tolerance issues with the null rays. Always have such an issue here. There we go. And the transformation is not as fun as I would like it, but I'll be honest with you. This is actually kind of what I get, because I used to be like, oh, I don't care how crazy the transformation is if it means that I get an accurate robot out of an accurate vehicle. So I kind of got my wish. But it's not as horrible as everybody is saying it is. It's not that much of a nightmare. I still say that Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime is a much bigger nightmare than this guy in transformation. Hands down, the worst. I think it's the worst toy I've ever transformed. Not that it's a bad toy. The toy itself is fine. It's the worst transformation I've ever had the displeasure of doing, which is why I have a few of them, so I can leave one in vehicle mode and I have one in regular mode and one with Jetfire stuck to them in a fan mode. So well, normally I do. Right now they're all in storage, so yeah. But that's neither here or there. That said, I love this figure. I don't know if you'll love this figure. It's really subjective, but I personally think this figure came out amazingly, and hopefully in December we'll get the other two Seekers, and hopefully in December I'll be able to afford the other two Seekers, and I can finally have a set of Masterpiece Seekers. I mean, I have Skywarp, and then I have 3 Starscreams. 3 Starscreams. So I've never had a Masterpiece Thundercracker. It's always so hard to get all 3 of these figures. But that said, I know I'm rambling. Sorry about that. I'm Islip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and ciao.